It's the Andy Snowden radio show. It's the Andy Snowden radio show. It's the Andy Snowden radio show. It's the Andy Snowden radio show.
What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening. 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 I'm going downtown tonight. What's going on?
So then, Sam, you can take a sit back for a couple of minutes because I want to tell you about this event that is taking place at the William Aston Hall next Saturday. It's called A Massaoke, right? Massaoke. And you're thinking to yourself, well, what on earth is Massaoke? Well, I'll tell you. It is an amazing live band that plays the greatest pop, indie and rock anthems of all time. And the crowd sings along, guided by big screen lyrics. How about that? There's no dreaded karaoke spotlight here. This is Massaoke, where everyone sings and dances their hearts out together in a unique live gig atmosphere. The result is a euphoric celebration of some of the best songs ever written and an unforgettable night out. I should think so. They do many genres, do Massaoke, but coming to the William Aston Hall next Saturday, they are going to be bringing their musicals version of the show. Sounds cracking, sounds absolutely belting, and I caught a word with Mark Nilsson, one of the rockers, one of the members of the band, and here he is, Mark Nilsson, on the Stage and Screen show, Calon FM. Funny enough, actually, I was at the William Aston Hall where you're going to in Wrexham the other night, and I saw a poster for your show, and I just thought that looks intriguing. Can you explain what it is?
Yeah, so it's a live band playing songs from the musicals. And we put the words on a giant screen, and the whole crowd sings along en masse. So it's like a mass karaoke. We call it Massaoke.
It's a fantastic idea, and I've got to be honest with you. I've interviewed many people and promoted hundreds of fantastic things, but this has got to be the most original idea I've heard in many a year. It is pretty full on, isn't it? I've been watching some of your videos today on YouTube. I mean, it's a full on rock show, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. It's almost the case of the bigger the better. We've had some great festival shows at Glastonbury and Latitude, and it's just brilliant. When you get thousands of people, hundreds or thousands, it doesn't really matter, but if everyone's singing together, it creates this sort of kind of euphoric bond between everyone, and everyone seems to have a lovely time. It's becoming quite popular now, isn't it, for a movie to put out a version where everybody goes along and sings along in the cinema. So it's a very good idea of yours to do musicals. And I was wondering, actually, how is it? Are you going to be doing just like rock show musicals, or is it all musicals? Any? Well, we have a number of different shows. So we kind of we sometimes do a Queen special, or a Bowie special, or an 80s special, or a 90s special. So we can do anything. It works across any genre. And the musicals one is our newest. And so people seem to have gone nuts for it, really. There's a real appetite for musicals at the moment, so it's a good see. Yeah, I completely agree with you. And like shows like We Will Rock You, I suppose, I mean, that lends itself brilliantly to your thing. Well, that's it, yeah. It means we can jimmy in the old Bohemian Rhapsody and musicals like Rock of Ages. I mean, we can play, and Glee, of course, we could play Don't Stop Believing by Bernie. Yeah. Because naturally we're rockers, but so it's been interesting actually learning how to play all these fabulously orchestrated musical songs and work out how we're going to pick our way through them with, a keyboard, guitar, drums and bass lineup. I hear people moaning when they go on Desert Island Discs that they can only choose a certain amount. And I mean, you've got so many to cherry pick from. I mean, does it cause frictions within the band? Yes, absolutely. Actually, we're just in the process of arguing about what to put in the set list at the moment. It's very hard, especially when you've only got a shorter amount of time as well. Like if we play a festival, they'll often only give us 45 minutes. So we've got to cut 2 hours worth of songs down to 45 minutes. From the musicals, and it's very tough to choose, and you've got to try and guess which ones are going to go down best with the crowd wherever you're playing. Yeah, and you've mentioned Glastonbury there. I mean, that must have been got to be the highlight of your life, hasn't it? Playing Glastonbury. It really was actually. Yeah. We did it. I think maybe 4 years ago now, and for the first time, it was the first time we played to really thousands of people rather than just hundreds at that point. And it just went off. It was fantastic, and we spent the whole rest of the weekend totally on cloud nine, and watching all these, watching the Who, and we just had the best time.
Yeah,
we're going back this year actually. So
oh, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant! And I see you doing the Edinburgh Fringe Festival as well. You're doing a month up there, are you?
Yeah, we always go up for Edinburgh Fringe. I think we've done 5 now. The last 5 years, we always go up for the whole of August, and we've become the kind of the late night party of Edinburgh Fringe.
I bet you have.
We do our show there. Yeah. So everyone comes along. We play quite late, at about 11:30 p.m. up there, and it goes on till 2:30, and everyone has a party in the Spiegel tent. It's a great venue. Every night? Yeah, we're taking. Well, that's Thursday to Sundays, and then and this year we're taking up the musical show as well and putting it on in a big hall, Corn Exchange, a big venue. So we're going to do a couple of shows of that as well. It's a slightly different flavour, the musical show, to our rock show. It's a different demographic, a broader range of ages, so people right up to into their 70s coming along. Yeah. More women generally as well. That it's particularly popular with the ladies, the musicals one, and we need them as well because we can't hit the boiled notes. So glad to have them there.
Yeah. So I suppose, you've said you do different genres for different places and things, but I suppose the world's your oyster, isn't it, when it comes to this kind of thing?
Well, that's right, yeah. We've got lots of plans to do all sorts of different shows. We're thinking maybe we could do a theatre tour of the 60s and 70s show for the, people like my dad, who lap that sort of thing up. Yeah, there are so many tribute bands going around now playing, Eagles and Rolling Stones and all that, and there's a massive market for them. So we can do a kind of greatest hits of all of that lot, but everyone gets to sing along as well, because that's really what everyone wants to do. And with musicals especially, and here's an opportunity to do exactly that without getting told to shut up by the person sitting next to you.
Yeah. So did you say you've got like a big screen up so everyone can see the words and whatnot?
That's right. We have a huge screen behind the band as the backdrop, and we encourage the whole crowd to sing along en masse, so everyone sings together, and it doesn't matter whether you're a good singer or a terrible singer. It's all about the enthusiasm, and it always sounds great. Everyone together, and it makes a wonderful noise. And those big choruses, hopelessly devoted to you. It's the room shakes. It's brilliant.
Yeah, and they're all songs that people know, aren't they? They're not. There's nothing. There's not going to, presumably there's not going to be anything odd there, like an album track or something.
That's right. Yeah, the obscure album tracks don't work so well.
Yeah.
We only play the old classics.
Yeah.
That everyone knows. Yeah, whether it's Disney or a bit of ABBA, a bit of Queen, or sort of songs from The Greatest Showman, which are kind of recent classics.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. And I've heard lots of bands describe themselves as the ultimate party band, but I think you are the ultimate party band, aren't you?
Well, I like to think so. We dress in sequins and spandex and bandanas and throw shapes and
say no more,
and make it as much fun as possible.
Perfect. Mark, it's been a treat speaking to you, buddy. Thanks ever so much for that.
An absolute pleasure. Thanks so much for talking to me.
And we'll see you up in Wrexham next week.
See you there.
So there you go, Mark Nilsson from the karaoke. I say the karaoke, what am I talking about? It's called Massaoke. And they are coming to the William Aston Hall on Saturday, I beg your pardon, yes, Saturday the 25th of May. Box office number 0844 888 991, and that's 0844 888 991. Go on, support your local theatres, girls and boys. They won't be there forever if you don't.